Are you struggling to save money with your income? Does your problem with saving money affect your family? Do you often worry about your family's financial situation and feel lost and guilty? In this video, we will show you a 4-step action plan to save money no matter your income. Then show you how James managed his money-saving problems by applying these steps. Watch to the end for a downloadable guide to help you save money. This is Growth Guide, your simple guide to growing your wealth. Problem. Often our lives are a reflection of the collective decisions we make. Saving money on a low income is no different. Money management is more about your money psychology and the systems we have in place, rather than just fate or luck. The more automated our money decisions, the more you will save. It's not about income, it's about habits. The problem is that most people do not track or manage their finances. Money comes in and money goes out without being monitored. Even people with really high incomes often have really expensive lifestyles, which leaves them with no money. In the 1990s, MC Hammer's fortune was $70 million, but due to his overspending and mismanagement, he filed for bankruptcy in 1996. Not a cent to his name. Imagine you've earned $5,000 per month income and minus $3,000 in expenses, leaving you with $2,000 saved. Whereas your boss, who earns $10,000 per month and spends $9,000 on his lifestyle expenses, leaves him with only $1,000 in his pocket. After a year, you'll save $24,000. When your boss manages to only save $12,000. That's why income doesn't matter. It's all about your relationship with money and the systems to manage it. Building a savings is a marathon, not a sprint. Solution concept: the income tap and savings bucket. Picture an old bucket with holes under a tap. Water flowing from the tap is the income. Water retained in the bucket is the savings. Holes in the bucket is the expenses. No matter how much water flows from the income tap, if it leaks out the expense holes, you will always be left with little to no water in your savings bucket. 4-step strategy to fill the bucket up quicker. Systemize your finances. Minimize decision-making. Plug as many holes in the bucket as possible. Commit to a fixed percentage of income to save. Have it hidden out of sight. Then open the income tap as much as possible. Action plan: how to implement strategies. Step 1. Systemize your finances. Open separate accounts with 2 different banks. Bank 1, monthly operations, income, fixed expenses, operating expenses. Bank 2, savings. Savings, long-term fixed expenses, emergency savings, 6 months of expenses. Only have Bank 1 easily accessible via banking app. The more out of sight Bank 2 is, the less likely you will interrupt the system. Obviously, use your discretion. It's important to organize your finances so you can automate the money decision-making process monthly. Importance of 6-month emergency savings. It's a matter of prioritizing your family's security for the near future over short-term pleasures. Step 2. Plug as many holes in the bucket as possible. Audit and track expenses regularly. Any money saved from reducing or eliminating expenses must be allocated to savings bucket. Manage lifestyle creep. As you build your savings, make sure you are not unnecessarily upgrading your lifestyle. If your lifestyle creeps with your savings, you will be stuck on the hamster wheel, pedaling and not going anywhere. Number 3. Commit to a fixed percentage of income to save. Predetermine a percentage of your income you want to save. Always put this money away first before anything else gets moved, even before your expenses. You will notice that your money decisions will naturally change with this commitment. Step 4. Open the income tap as much as possible. Never forget that making more money is always an option. The quickest way to fill that savings bucket after plugging holes is to open that income tap. Engage in overtime at work if available once a week and save the extra. Extra $100 per week equals $5,200 a year. Survey the job market to see if you can get a higher paying job. Build a side hustle, even as simple as arbitrating, buying bargains on Facebook Marketplace and reselling them for higher value. Upskill to get a better job or build other streams of income. Manage lifestyle creep and put away this extra income into your savings bucket. Again, if you make more than end up spending more, you'll never get off the hamster wheel. James. James works full-time and is the main source of income in the household. He's finding it difficult to adjust his new responsibilities as husband to wife Sarah and now father to daughter Chloe. Before, James used to get by and didn't mind living paycheck to paycheck. Life was a constant adventure, spontaneous and exciting. After all, it was only himself to look after. But now, with people who depend on him, James is feeling lost and worries about their family's future. Before marriage, James was used to being surprised by bills and just used to wing it to get by. James would often see his money in his savings account and think he could just use it to buy whatever he wanted. Then, when a bill came in the mail, he realized he did not have enough money left over to pay the bills, sometimes having only to eat noodles to get through the month. James feels guilty that his previous money habits will affect Sarah and Chloe. With more mouths to feed, James very quickly realized something needs to change. And ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is putting a strain on his marriage. He hated that Sarah would have to lie when her parents would ask, "How are things going?" He felt like he was falling off a cliff, hoping to find his wings before he hit the ground. James had no real idea what was happening with his finances, so he sat down and decided to write it all out. He categorized his income and expenses, then started to track it habitually. James realized that he needs to put money into different accounts to make sure he has enough money to pay his bills when they pop up. Eventually, his monthly unexpected bill surprises had disappeared. James opened a separate account for his savings and made sure he couldn't see it. He knew if he could see it, he would also find something to spend it on. Every month, James will track and audit his finances. Slowly, James started noticing patterns in his finances. He realized that he had some expenses that he was paying but not even using. He cut them out and put the extra money away in his savings. James also noticed that he was paying on certain expenses like insurances that could be negotiated for better deals with regular insurance promotions. Slowly but surely, James's savings bucket grew and grew. The best thing was that James's lifestyle really barely changed, and now he had this hidden bucket of savings that grew every month. James also started to look for opportunities to make that little bit extra a week. He realized that if you just open that income tap a little more, the savings bucket will fill up faster. James started to look at the job market to see what other companies are paying for his role. He also looked at short courses or upskilling opportunities he could engage in to make a little more money at his current employment. He would spend a little more time engaged with his management to seek opportunities for income, including overtime hours or internal promotions. Again, James knew that $100 extra a week would amount to $5,200 in a year. Every drop counts. Eventually, as the months went by, James's savings bucket grew and grew. The worrying thoughts faded and James felt a real momentum with his family's financial future. Saving money has more to do with our money psychology than the systems we have in place. Here is the summary of the steps to follow. Step 1. Systemize your finances. Track and audit habitually. Step 2. Plug expenses holes. Step 3. Commit to a percentage of income for saving. Step 4. Open the income tab a little more. Bonus. We have attached a downloadable guide you can use to track and audit your finances in the description below. Take the guesswork out of your savings machine and download below, completely free. If you find these resources of value, then hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below. Remember, saving money is a marathon, not a sprint. Automate as many money decisions as possible and manage lifestyle creep. Lifestyle creep is the hamster wheel that leads to nowhere. Hit the subscribe button and view the next video and get more simple guides to grow your wealth.